may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, or brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one.
All right. I am Praise Matt Polo.
And I am Eugenia Kekeli.
And this is Family Morning.
It's a fresh day.
Coming up, we have inspirational quote of the day.
Something inspiring to get you through your day.
Also, today in history,
We take you back to very important events that happened today, a few years ago.
innovations and inventions.
Have you ever wondered who invented or innovated some of the things that you use in your everyday life?
Finally, Info Minutes.
Where we give you several tips that you can use practically in your life.
We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back. This is Family Morning and
It's a fresh day.
So now it's time for us to listen to the quote of the day or the word of the day for your family. And Eugenia,
Yes, so today's word is from an anonymous source, and it says a successful man
Right.
is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks thrown at him.
wow.
That was deep.
A successful man is
Is
one
one.
that what?
Who can lay a firm foundation
Foundation
with the bricks
bricks.
thrown at him. I think it's more or less like the quote that says, when life gives you lemons.
Make lemonades.
Well, I mean, I'll add it to Sobolo, but
Right. So if life throws bricks at you, build a house.
build a firm foundation. Build
With
a
a
firm
house.
foundation. I mean, it can be a warehouse, it can be a store,
mansion.
it can be a mansion,
A
playroom.
penthouse.
Yeah, it could be anything. The point of it is,
Make use of
Praise.
it.
yes, is to make use of the things
Yeah.
that people think would harm you or
Exactly.
that people intended for your harm. Is to
Right.
repurpose them and
Right.
use them for something successful or something that would be good for you, something positive for you.
Right. That's so true. I mean, life as it is can be harsh.
Definitely.
Society. I mean, all the spheres of life can just, push you to that corner where you feel like all hope is lost. You get depressed.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. But this quote is here to encourage you. So if you are out there and you feel like you are pressured by life, you are pressured by society, you are pressured by family, you are pressured by whatever it is, education, whatever it is, just know that bricks have been thrown at you. Now make sure you lay a firm foundation for your future.
Certainly. And it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. There's definitely going to be some difficulty.
Right.
I mean, getting bricks thrown at you, you're definitely going to get hurt. You're
Exactly.
going to get injured. But the point is to not focus on the injury or to not focus on the hurt that the bricks have caused you, but rather to take those things and think of how best to use them to better yourself.
Exactly.
So if you've been, and I know that I heard this quote one time that you hear a billion no's before you hear a single yes.
Right.
Right? And so with every single no you hear, just find out what lesson can I get from this? What can I use this for?
Right.
You know, to make myself a better person, to build that firm foundation. And don't forget, the quote starts off saying that a successful man, right?
You know, I was
Or
going to,
woman. Why am I now cluing in on this? Or woman.
all woman, I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, I mean, I always say this. Success comes with consistency.
He doesn't always say it.
I always say
He
that.
literally just said it
I
right
always
now.
say that. I've been saying that for the past few episodes.
He literally just said it.
But the point is, success comes with consistency, and a foundation is never complete until you
Come on now.
consistently build it.
Constructor, no.
You see, we've been doing this, so just know that success comes with consistency. So the more breaks, so it makes me realize that we should be happy and pray for consistent no's.
I
So
wouldn't
that we
pray
have
for them.
No, I'm just saying that because you see, the truth is, if you are able to appreciate the flaws, the weaknesses, the no's, it fuels your strength.
Okay, so I kind of see where you're coming from, where it's like the more bricks they throw at you, the more material you have to build that
Exactly.
firm foundation. Yes, but then let's not, gloss over how hurtful it is to have a brick thrown at you.
Well, true.
Right.
Okay, I mean, you have a point, but I'm just saying I see more as a plus than, or let me just put it this way, I choose to ignore
Right.
the hurt and rather see the silver lining in it, or the benefits of it.
So here's my thing with the culture of, ignoring the hurt or pushing the hurt aside.
Right.
It creeps back up on you. You have to deal with the hurt. If it's, a psychologist you're going to see, family therapy, whatever it is you're going to do, address the hurt, acknowledge the hurt, but also
definitely.
use the hurt. Don't let it become,
Exactly.
don't let it overpower you.
Exactly.
You rather overpower it. So
of course, like using it to help you. So
that
so you
definitely
get me.
holds water.
You get me.
I don't.
You get me.
I don't.
But see,
I don't even want
Eugenia
to.
always decides to just not understand my point of view. So
That's
I
not
believe,
true.
I
I'm
believe
very
you,
understanding.
Oh, stop that! You've decided that today you dress like the colors of the show, red and this thing, master.
I mean, I'm looking good while I'm doing it.
You are looking good, man. Right now, you are annoying me. Viewers, if you're watching, so just follow us on our social media platforms at Family Morning GH, and let us know what you think, about this quote and what hurts you've been through and how you've risen above it.
Yeah.
And and let's just get interactive. You can also send in your comments at Family Social GH. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, send your comments, and share. And don't forget to subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, go subscribe on our YouTube channel at Family Tube GH. You get that? Family Tube GH. Yeah, I almost said Family Straw. I don't know why. But Family Tube GH. Yeah.
Because of the tube.
Before the tube. I don't know why I said
Please.
that.
Family Tube
Family
GH.
Tube GH.
No
Yeah.
synonyms allowed.
You can also visit our website, which is www.familytvghana.com to get more information about what we do here at Family TV.
Exactly.
And, just, research more on us. Those who learned about the HTML the last time, you know what it is. So we'll be going on a quick break. We'll be right back.
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again.
Welcome back. If you're watching, this is Family Morning. It's a fresh day. So it's now time for us to travel back in time. You know, back in time to today in history. You know, I feel like, you know, getting on a time machine, you know, putting in some few coordinates and traveling. You know.
But what do you think a time machine would look like? I mean, we always have these futuristic movies. It's usually like a pod-like cell. You get in, you enter some dates, you know. You always fly through warp speed. But if you invented a time machine, what would it look like?
Yeah, my bed.
I should have expected that.
I'll just be lying down.
I know, I should have.
I'll just be lying down and the screen will just come over my head and I'll just do poo 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 and I'll put myself under my duvet and then by the time I realize I'm at the place and then I come out and then, you know.
So today, via Praise's Bed, we're traveling to a very special time in history, 1965, where Singapore finally received independence, or they separated from the Federation of Malaysia and gained independence on their own.
So today is actually National Day in Singapore. So
Wonderful.
It's a holiday. Yeah, so every 9th of August is the National Day in Singapore. It's an amazing holiday. And I mean, Singapore, does it ring a bell? Family vacation.
It should.
Family vacation, yeah. So, I mean, learn more about Singapore so that when you go, you know, you can feel like you're part of them. Like,
yes,
you know,
I think the best way to travel is to really immerse yourself in the culture of the people you know you're going to meet. So that, you know, when you go, you see, one thing that I'm not like Praise, I want to put that disclaimer out there. But one thing I always check, if I'm traveling somewhere new, I always check what type of food they make and which one is closer to the type of food I know. Right? Because I don't want to go and try something that's, you know, too out there. And you understand?
I get you. But, you know, some of us, like you say, you're not like me. We like to go with the flow. You know, after we eat it, then you can tell us that you probably gave us frog or something.
Oh my goodness.
But
So another amazing event that occurred today in history, which is actually Women's Day today in South Africa. Yes. So in 1956 in South Africa, a group of women, about 20,000 women. Yeah, that's quite a large number. And this was during the apartheid period or the apartheid season, right? And they marched to the Union Building in Pretoria. Now, the cause of this march was to protest against some legislation that generally was not in favor of the black woman during that time. And I mean, in our age, we don't have these social problems, or for us in Ghana, especially for my generation, we haven't faced these sorts of problems where we've had to even like march against, you know, a race because of a racial slur or some legislation or something that the government is undertaking, you know, that would suppress women or, you know, and these women were very brave because, you know, these marches, there's always something could go wrong at the drop of a coin, right? And so it was very brave of them, and I'm glad that South Africa is celebrating them.
I mean, this whole thing about, I mean, I love the fact that women always want to, you know, take charge. They want to get out of that place where it's like they were being, how would I mean, forced to do little.
Right.
That, like,
right.
because you see, recently I even chanced on this a man speaking, and he was saying, when you give a woman a sperm, she'll give you a child. When you give her groceries, she'll give you food.
Right.
You get it, and he was just trying to say that women multiply stuff.
Right. So whatever raw material that you give them,
Yeah.
they produce
And he
more.
even joked with the fact that if you give her frustration, she'll give. So, like, you see, and when you give her love, she'll multiply that. So it's just,
Right.
it's just the fact that women have this gift of nurturing things
That
and
certainly is
making it,
true.
you know, bigger.
Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
it bigger. After all, they do say behind every successful man is a great woman.
I don't stand by that
But
saying.
now it's
though.
beside.
I don't even.
You don't have beside. Why not?
I don't even know why there should be a saying like that.
Really?
I mean, it's a couple.
Right.
Both of them could be successful
Oh,
in
yeah,
different
of
ways. I
course.
think that saying really narrows the definition of success, right?
I get you,
You-
but
yeah.
I think they were looking. I mean, I see more like, despite the fact that the woman is successful on her own, you know, every man needs that support.
And
that's just
women need support as well.
Oh, right. We don't doubt it. I mean, we could also say behind every woman is a successful. Behind every successful
why is that
woman
what you're
is a
saying
great
now?
man.
So why is that what
Oh,
you're
come
saying
on!
now?
It's
Why did your
just.
mouth change when you were saying now?
It wasn't intentional. Come on, don't do that,
Grace.
Eugenia.
Hey,
Don't do that. Don't do that. You
Well-
know, I love all the ladies. I salute you, ladies. You know,
No,
I
he
love and
certainly
respect
does. He
you.
certainly does. And I just really want to appreciate the fact that South Africa has taken, you
Yeah.
know, this day as Women's Day to celebrate the efforts of
Right.
these 20,000 women.
Right.
And salute to them. It wasn't an easy thing to do.
I mean, marching,
Yeah.
right.
Now on to architecture. Today in history, in 1173.
Wait.
Listen,
11.
none of us were around, and that's when the construction for a bell tower in Pisa
Wow.
started, which is famously known as the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure
right,
you've had someone say. So
right.
today was the day that they began construction
Wow.
on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a beautiful piece of architecture, actually.
It reminds me of back in the day,
My goodness.
you know, when I wanted to be an architect. You know, and I started as a young child.
Lord.
Just like the young children out there who have been watching Family Morning, It's a Fresh Day, you've been building towers with your Legos. I started like that. You know, it's just that, you know,
I'm trying so
li-
hard with
life,
you.
life kind of, you know, took me on a different path. But you little child out there, you are building with Legos. Just know that, listen, your architectural dreams
Wow.
shall come to pass.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
you know, and I
That
feel
is
like
inspirational. I wanted to hate, but that really is inspirational.
I feel like I
for
should
the
be
little
an
ones.
inspirational speaker for
Calm down.
children.
Please calm down for me. Calm down for me. We just started. You relax. You just be coming down for me.
Oh, but
now,
I mean, all jokes aside, like that's actually a wonderful thing. That's
yeah, I think
actually a
it's
wonderful
great to be able to design
Yeah.
and also put together architectural buildings that complement the area around them, that are
Exactly.
beautifully designed,
Yeah.
but that are also economy friendly,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know, building material wise. You know,
Yeah.
some buildings they cost way too much to put
Yeah.
up, and they don't
Yeah.
generate
Yeah.
as much revenue.
Exactly.
And nowadays, architecture is moving more towards eco-friendly building materials and things that would not destroy the area
Right,
around them. So
right.
like keeping trees and parks
Right,
and all those
right,
things
right.
around them.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I
great
mean
thing.
now architecture has just gone beyond just building it. Now it kind of represents something. You see that they build stuff that represent.
Right,
you
right. Yeah, that
understand?
there's purpose
There's
behind
purpose
yeah.
behind. It's not like we're just
putting up an office
it
building.
makes-
Yeah.
It makes the whole idea of the building and the progress so like just important. And
I
that's
see
just
that.
awesome.
Yeah,
And that's just awesome.
great. That's great. I
Yeah.
mean, I can just imagine, some of the wonderful things that we have in our world, like the Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
People had like an architect somewhere, you know, had the idea for it, had the dream for it, and decided, you know, this is something beautiful that I can contribute to the world. And we need all the beauty that we can find around us. We live in such difficult times, challenging times, but sometimes just, you know, having these wonderful, amazing things around us, they help us, you know, just appreciate the beauty around us.
You know, speaking of wonderful and amazing things, I think when I'm done building my house, I'm just going to do, you know, a monument of myself.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I would not.
Like, you see, I'll have this huge heaven-like gate.
Let me even just stop
and then
right
it opens. No, get this. It opens automatically. You know, and then I'll have this like
Streets
runabout.
paved with gold.
Oh, listen, stop it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste that amount of gold. But like, I'll have this runabout, and I'll just have myself looking fine and go standing there, you know, like a Greek god.
Listen, speaking of someone who actually does deserve a monument, Whitney Houston's birthday is today.
That's right.
And we want to celebrate her body of work, her music. It's timeless, really. It's amazing, and we just appreciate all that she contributed to the world.
Her voice.
Angelic. It was so powerful.
You see, I feel like if I ever met Whitney, would have done probably released a couple of songs together.
Okay.
Oh, I'm serious about that one.
And I'm agreeing with you.
I am serious about it.
And I'm agreeing with you.
Well, since Eugenia doesn't believe me, we also have another person that celebrates their birthday today. That's also Peace Hyde, who is a media personality, and not just a media personality, she's also an entrepreneur, philanthropist. She does a lot of work, and we also celebrate you. She's Ghanaian, and we celebrate you. Today is your birthday, and we salute
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
Yeah.
Right, so now we're moving on to the next segment, which is inventions and innovations. Now, this next innovation is something that I used quite a lot when I was younger, but now I don't remember the last time I even picked one up, and it's a calculator.
Oh.
Calculators invented by Louis Pascal. And I think
it's actually Blaise Pascal.
Blaise?
Yeah, Blaise.
Ooh, amazing.
Yeah, I remember that because I have a friend called Blaise. Shout out to you, Blaise.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he clearly didn't do the calculator.
He did not do the calculator. So Blaise Pascal, the inventor of the calculator. Yeah. One of my favorite things, I think the scientific calculator in SHS, one of my favorite things to do was to figure out how to write words with the numbers. You would have to do a specific calculation of words.
I think I was using the calculator for the wrong thing in school.
Right. Yeah. I probably was too.
Yeah. I wasn't using it for calculation because every time I pick it, like you're saying, we were just trying to, they would say, oh, now you can do this. And I remember we used to do that to have conversation in class. So we go and then we show them.
No, yours is advanced.
Yeah, Charlie, we were doing right now. If you ask me, I don't remember how to. But it came to help.
And I find it quite interesting, like you mentioned, not remembering, because I remember I learned, the scientific calculators especially, it has several functions on it, so you can use it for different mathematical equations.
Algebra.
Right, and I learned how to do all that in SHS, went to uni, started numeracy skills. Lecturer says, take out your calculator, calculate this thing, blank. I was blank. Listen, I couldn't remember a single, where do I even press? Listen, all I remembered was plus sign, minus sign, multiplication sign, division sign. That was all I could remember.
I remember I used to do that to help myself with algebra because, listen. I mean, I always used to ask myself, first of all, why? Why do I have to add A to B? I mean, why are you telling me this? And why do I have to find Y? I didn't ask Y to hide. I didn't ask X to hide. Why?
We know that even in the architecture we're talking about, all these mathematical equations help.
I mean, how does finding my X help me in math? How does finding my X help me?
Please, there's a code there, but we don't want to bring it up. So the next invention that we want to speak about is the radio. So the radio
Yeah.
was invented by Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose, right?
Chandra. I like that.
I like that as
Chandra.
well.
I like that name. I feel like it can be my middle name. You know, I've always been looking for a middle name.
I know your middle name.
You don't.
Yes, I
No, you don't. No,
I
you
know
don't.
Praise's middle name.
Moving on. So he did the he came up with the radio. You see, I'm making me confused. Yeah, so he came up with the radio, and I mean, I thank him for it because I mean, as I've done, you know, a couple of radio work, I mean, I just enjoy I enjoy that feeling where it's like, you know, you're just sitting there talking to people and people calling in.
I love that part of the radio.
And just you having that interaction,
Yeah.
and then, you know, people just call you. Sometimes you just tell you that, listen, I love your show, and it's just that feeling is awesome. And I couldn't have gotten that feeling without Chandy, my boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we're at now?
Yeah. I told you, yeah,
I think
that's my
it's
middle name.
interesting how we've moved through different types of media
Right.
over the years, you
Right.
know, starting from the radio where, you know, maybe previously you could only catch 2 or 3 frequencies, you know, maybe only about a few shows were on the radio at the time. And now we've gotten to a place where literally every other frequency, you know, is active.
Yeah.
And even for younger people, they don't listen to the radio anymore. They're more of like podcasts, you know, listen to podcasts, listen to music. It's still the same thing, but a different media, right?
Yeah,
so that's the interesting part for me, you know, the transition over the years.
And now there's also online radio.
Right,
There's
which is
online
also
radio,
quite awesome.
Which is, I mean, that's what I was saying the last time, that the reason why I like inventions and innovations, it's like, it's like a foundation.
Right, for somebody else to build on.
Just to keep building. Just to keep, how can we make it better? How can we make it better? And that's the beautiful thing about the human mind, where once we are done, I mean, it has its flaws, but it's like we are not satisfied.
We want to
and
see
we want
better.
to make it better. Like we want to move on, and that's just an awesome thing.
It really is. And I think that it's a great piece of advice for anybody out there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Find out what's available, you know, what is there, and then
Just
find out
build
how
on.
to better it, how to make it, you know,
Yeah.
fit more to the lifestyle of those in your
Exactly.
current time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is an awesome
Exactly.
thing.
And like even we said yesterday about the wheelchair. You see,
Right.
someone thought of the fact that
Yes.
hey, why not make it?
Stair climbing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, so you just keep building just like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep building on some of my inventions and innovations I have, you know, locked up in my closet.
He's going to start thinking of ideas
Listen,
that he will run past me.
I think of ideas every day.
Yeah, but you have to run them past me.
No, you don't get it. If idea was a person, it would be me.
I'm not even about to go into that with you.
I'll be called Praise Idea.
If you call
Makolo.
Praise, so that will be your middle name.
Praise
That's what
Idea
you want people to
Makolo
think your
Norton.
middle
Yeah,
name
that's
is.
how-
Right? Well, I want us to do something special today. I want you to follow us, go to our YouTube page, FamilyTube GH,
right.
and I want you to comment on any invention or
Right.
innovation that we're speaking about that either you didn't know about before or you found out about it and you're glad to know who came up with it. I mean, personally, I'm still very happy with my potato chip.
Oh, you with the chips.
Listen,
My only
that
problem
man
with-
has changed my
But
life.
my only problem with potato chips, I never get satisfied.
It's not for satisfaction, no. It's just to.
Yeah, tell that to my stomach. It doesn't understand that.
We've discussed your stomach on this show. Now, another invention that we want to discuss today is the email, which
Ooh.
was invented by Ray Tomlinson.
Right.
Right. Now, email was, you know, in its day and age, it was more or less the form of texting that was, you know, quite popular.
And normal mail, like
Yeah, normal
you know,
mail as well. But you know, with email, exactly like you said, building up on. So normal mail, you know, you have to go to the mail office, or you have to go to your mailbox, pick a post office, mailbox to pick
drop
up your
it.
mail, all of that type.
Such a
But
long
with email, it just goes so quickly, and it's something that's still relevant till date.
Like I'm just realizing that was such a long process. Like you write a letter, you put your stamps, then you go to the post office.
You post it.
You post it.
You have to check address.
You know,
sometimes you have to check postcards as well.
Like, and then it's now brought to you. That's like, I mean, if
Days,
you were
weeks.
dying, you'll be dead. Like, it's so long. It's so long. But I mean, we thank God for the fact that now we have online. So I mean, email is basically electronic mail, online mail.
Exactly.
So now you have the email where now, listen, you don't need to post stamps. You don't need to just put in your email
and send.
You still have email addresses and all of that.
Yeah.
That's your whether it's your
and
Gmail, your Yahoo,
one thing
whatever.
I don't like about emails, and I think a lot of Ghanaians will agree with me, is that usually we get to create our email addresses when we're young. They make us do it in JHS. And you know, at that stage, don't blame us. At that stage in life, we have some nicknames that we're not so proud of.
Weird names.
Very weird names. I don't know how we came up with them. And you know, you use that as your email address because you know, ICT class or one of those things, they use that to do your email. Oh, they are teaching you and they want you to use that to do it. Then years later, somebody asks you, "Oh,
what's your
email address?"
You're even going for a job interview and they're like, your email address and your name is
Crazy Fighter.
You know, yeah, like Elena Too Quick, Too Slay Queen at Yahoo or at Hotmail. Back then it was really more of Hotmail.
Hotmail was really popular.
And I'm like, what in the world is? And listen,
but I mean, so you can create new email addresses, obviously, but it's just funny for me.
I don't know if you remember this. You know, there was this thing going around that, in fact, I would like to correct it here. Back then, they'll tell you that hide even your email address. Not just the password, though. The email address, because people can hack if they know your email address. But now that I've even entered into the business where I realize that email addresses it's like your phone number.
Exactly, that's how people contact you.
Like, that's how.
If you go interview for a work position, that might be an avenue they might pursue to contact you.
Back then, there was this whole misconception that if you give your email address to someone, they'll hack you. But it's rather if you give your password.
Yes, password is what you should protect.
But the email address is like your contact.
Well, so it's been quite a lovely chat, and you know, talking about protecting, Family TV has been protecting the family, providing you with family-friendly content for 8 good years.
8. And we are celebrating that. We are celebrating 8 years of safe television.
Right.
For your whole family and everyone else's family in the whole world. We've been providing safe content. You don't have to worry about your child watching things that are 18 plus. We don't do that. We believe that children need to watch things within their age range. So we've been doing that, and because of that, we'll also be having the Family Expo, which is starting on the birthday of Family TV, which is 1st September, and it will end on the 3rd of September. But we'll give you more of that information, you know, after, you know, the break.
I don't know if I'm giving for your kindness. I'm in debt to you for your selflessness, my admiration for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it.
Welcome back. If you're watching, this is Family Morning. It's a fresh day. And if you don't know, you just tuned into Family TV. Now we are about to talk about Info Minutes, where we get to learn more. We get to learn things we didn't know about, tips we didn't have. and habits we want to quit.
Ooh, that was great.
I'm
That
trying to
was
learn
great.
from you with
I
your-
love the thing about Infominutes I love the most is how practical the tips we're giving you are. You know,
Right.
these are not things that are too far away from you. And some of the things, you know, you just have to be honest with yourself, take the advice and try and
Right.
work on it, you know,
Right.
because yesterday, for instance, we were talking about ways to quit wasting your money, right?
Exactly.
Now, I know some of you, you don't want to admit it,
Yeah.
that you're wasting money, but you
But you
were
are.
feeling the heat as we were saying it.
are.
It was checking all your boxes. You knew you were guilty.
You were doing it.
Please, we have 2 more tips for you today
Yeah.
on how to quit the habit of wasting money. And please take it and try and practicalize it using your life just to help yourself save some money.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
So
should I?
please
let
do.
me- I'll go first because I want to say this, and it's very important.
Right.
Now, please learn to pay your bills on time. Paying of bills on time helps you from wasting money. Let me give you an example. There's a penalty when taxes are not paid on time. So when you don't pay your taxes on time, there's a penalty.
Right.
Some of you may not have started paying bills,
Right.
but when you start paying bills and you don't pay on time, there's a penalty. And actually, with the way inflation is going up,
Right.
when you don't purchase things on time, like when you need to purchase. So, like for instance, in as much as we said, when you go to the mall and
Don't
there
buy
are
things
discounts
that you
and
didn't
don't
plan
buy.
on.
Yes, you should also plan to buy things in bulk.
Right.
You know, that way.
Especially like non-perishables.
That way you save money. So you buy them on time so that it's not, because right now, the way inflation is going up and down, listen, milk can be 2 CD today, tomorrow is 10 CD.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So make sure you purchase stuff on time. You know, especially like you said,
To
non-perishable things that you know that you need it on the regular. It's a
yeah.
necessity to your day-to-day activities.
Yeah. That's great. And I think that you know, talking about paying bills on time, just quickly, are you talking from experience? Because the way you became very
Listen,
serious, the people want to know.
So, you know, in paying taxes, you know, for my business and where I used to
Right.
work and all of that. Hey, listen. Oh, I guess it's like memories. I want to cry, Seth.
Oh, I could tell. See, when you started explaining, the way you became serious, I said, no, there's a story behind this.
You know how they say ignorance of the law doesn't exempt you from the punishments of the law.
Exactly.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah,
It
so
didn't.
they took their
they
penalty.
took their penalty,
yeah.
and I felt it.
Right.
I felt it really good.
Right.
I felt it. So please, and please again.
Wow.
And that was money that I was planning on using to invest back into the business for other stuff.
Right.
You know,
so
so
then you end up wasting money, which is what we want to avoid. I think that that habit of not paying bills on time is something that people think that there are no repercussions for. Like,
Right.
oh, it doesn't matter if, you know, I'm
Last
late on
minute,
this.
Last minute.
Yeah, I'll pay it eventually.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, you know, we invest our money into things that we know that we won't get the money back on time. Now, one thing I learned about money and lending money and borrowing money and paying things on time, don't lend money that if the person doesn't pay back, you suffer,
Exactly.
right? Don't borrow money that you have not personally earned before.
Exactly.
Right. So such things, you know, it helps you to budget wisely.
Exactly.
And once you're doing that, in your budget, you make provision for your bills.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Put that
always.
percentage aside. Don't even
Exactly.
look towards that direction.
Exactly.
Right. Now, talking about planning ahead,
Mm-hmm.
another thing that you have to do to avoid wasting money is grocery shopping without a plan. So, and I don't want to put anybody in my family on blast, right? But it happens around some people I know. I'm saying hi to you. Where it's like, we know there are a few things that we don't have at home. Like, oh, maybe we don't have enough milk, right? Now, instead of taking inventory inventory of
Inventory.
the things that you have and the things that you don't have, so that you know what you need to purchase.
That's
It's
right.
like, oh, I need groceries, general. So then you go to the store, you end up buying maybe milk even. Instead, maybe you are going for just vegetables. You're like, oh, I'm grocery shopping, let me just add this. Or let me add spaghetti. Or let me add this. You come back home. Sometimes you find that you had these things at home.
Yeah.
But because you didn't take the time to plan and make a grocery list, you know, you end up
Yeah,
buying things
yeah.
that you might even have already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you said, the inventory. You know, you have. This is just an advice to families out there. Learn to have an inventory of the stuff, your groceries and stuff. You know, usually you buy stuff, you put some in the fridge and some in the
Yes.
storeroom.
Yes.
Always have an inventory so that when you are running out, you don't just wait. Because just to chip this in, a way you can waste money is when you waste time.
Ooh,
So
come on, Praise.
an instance like that where you know you are running out,
Right.
but because you don't have inventory, you don't realize you are running out, and now you run out, and now you need something urgently, and now you quickly have to run
Rush.
to the store.
Right.
But ideally, you would have bought it in bulk, which will come at a cheaper
Cheaper price than
But
going
now
to
you
buy
have to
that
buy
single item.
individually. And because you didn't plan and you didn't keep inventory and you just wasted the time,
Wow. So
Now-
you heard it here first.
extra cost,
Extra cost?
extra cost.
Yeah. So a new quote by Praise
Yes.
Polo: "Waste of time is a
equals
waste."
to-
Oh, it's equals to. Hey,
Waste
we are
of-
sorry.
Waste of money.
So waste of time equals to waste of money.
Yeah.
Wow. I think
Yeah.
that's a really cute quote.
Yeah, it's not cute. It's
It's
you
deep,
know,
it's deep.
it's-
We are sorry.
it's
Please,
firm.
it's
It's a
a very deep.
foundation.
It's a very deep. It's a very
Yeah.
deep quote, right?
Yeah.
So please let us know how you are implementing some of these. I mean,
Right.
you know, in as much as we're giving you all these lovely ways and all these lovely tips in our info
Right.
minutes, not just for today's
Yeah.
session
Yeah.
or today's episode. In any other info tip or info minutes that we've done, any tip that we've given out that you've been able to use, kindly comment on our social media pages.
Yes.
On YouTube, we are FamilyTube GH.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And also Family Morning GH on all social media platforms, and then Family Social GH on all social media platforms. And like we said earlier, Family TV is celebrating 8 years.
Woo.
You know, I feel like slurring right now.
Please,
you know,
please
we
hold back.
celebrate 8 years of safe television for the whole family.
This does not represent us.
Okay, we are celebrating 8 years of safe television for the whole family, and I mean we've been doing this for 8 years.
Yeah.
It's we are not children. We've been doing this for 8 years, and we just want to thank God and thank you for staying with us for 8 years. Listen, we love you for that. We love you for that. And Family TV is saying, listen, we are having a family expo on the 1st to the 3rd, and we want you to be there. So we
Of
celebrate,
September, right?
Yeah, of September. So we celebrate this 8 years together, and it's happening right here at Accra City Hotel. At Accra City Hotel. So make sure you are present. It's going to be an awesome time. You understand? It's really going to be an awesome time. For those of you who don't know what Family Expo is basically, you know, a children and parenting trade show.
Right.
Basically, for just, you know, to come purchase stuff for your children,
and
purchase stuff for your
this
parenting.
is great for, you know,
and all of that.
budgeting. This is a great
Exactly.
a great platform for you to plan some things that you need to buy for the family and come together with them. You know, some things about kids is that if you buy for them without them seeing it and you bring it and they don't like it, they won't wear it, they won't use it. So this is a great opportunity to bring your family with you to Family Expo. Praise knows what I'm talking about. All the dresses Mother bought for him, he never wore them. This is a great opportunity to come with your kids to Family Expo and, you know, just have a fun time and buy some great things. Now, before we give a shout out to our sponsors, we want to remind you that the riddle from last week, you know, we're still waiting to see who won that battle. Me. It has to be me, right? Right. So
UG.
please keep commenting. Please keep sending your answers. We can't wait.
No, see.
I'm right, you're wrong. That's all.
No, let's just do it this way. Right now on social media, if you believe Eugenia's answer is right, so basically this is what we're going to do. The people.
No, let them answer themselves.
Yeah, they've answered, but no, I don't like the fact that I'm making it look like I'm not right. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to do this. So at Family Social GH, we are going to hashtag.
Okay.
We are going to hashtag. So you put, hashtag Eugenia's answer. That's if you support Eugenia. And then hashtag Praise's answer if you support my answer. And then, we are going to go. So basically, for those who don't know what the riddle is, this was the riddle.
Let's give them another opportunity.
This was the riddle. The riddle was, what can you not answer yes to? What question can you not answer yes to?
Now, as a well-seasoned, intelligent riddle answer.
Why are you a beggar?
See, if you're hungry, look at
Are you a burger?
I'm not.
Well, you have dressed like mustard and ketchup, but looking good though.
Well, as I was saying, the answer to that riddle obviously is, are you asleep? If you are asleep, you can't answer yes to are you asleep?
Yeah, but you can, you know how they say, are you asleep? Then you wake up and like, no.
Then you are not truly asleep.
Yeah, but
you are half asleep.
No, hear this. My answer.
Don't worry. We don't need to argue about it.
My answer was, are you dead?
Who asked a dead person? Are you dead?
Well,
Where
we are
would that
not
question
sure.
come up?
First of all, look at it. Let me give you a scenario. You happen to chance on someone lying on the ground, and you know that you're come to meet the person. So you're tapping like, hey, Kojo, stand up. And then Kojo is not standing up. And you'll be like, Kojo, are you dead? Obviously, when he doesn't answer, you'll be like, oh no, Kojo is dead. And then you then begin to call ambulance or whatever, or you think Kojo is dead. But when you are asleep,
trying to convince
but when you are asleep and I tap you, Kojo, are you asleep? Kojo, then you wake up and say, oh, leave me. Or,
but
oh,
he won't say yes.
You say, oh no. You say, are you asleep? Then
but
no.
he won't say yes.
If it was me, praise, are you asleep? I'll say, yes, now get out of my house. That is what I'll say. So, listen,
guys,
if you
obviously, my answer is the most logical, is the one that would come up generally.
Oh, now we are talking about logical.
We're not going to argue anymore. Just go on our social media pages. Hashtag Eugenia's answer or hashtag Praise's answer. Our time is up for today.
Yeah.
And info minutes go by so quickly.
Yeah. So,
but please, I know that you are on my side.
Oh,
don't prove me wrong.
Our sponsors are on my side. So our sponsors, we just want to shout out our sponsors. That's Accra City Hotel, Family Depot, Family Expo, Family Vacation, Family Cakes, Urban Cognitive, Parlors Clothing, Classy Blush, and we just shout out to all our sponsors. And if you want to sponsor, just give us a call. You can call the numbers on your screen, and you can be part of this amazing family on Family Morning. It's a fresh day that is showing on Family TV. Say for the whole family. You see what I'm doing there? It's all about family.
Well. It's been another lovely episode. Yeah. I'm your host, Eugenia Kekeli.
And I am Praise Mark Polo. But before I go, I have to wish my little brother a happy birthday. Today is his birthday. If I don't do it, when I get home, it will not be easy for me. You will not enter
their house. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Eben. Shout out. That's my little bro. I love him. So we got to run. Happy birthday to all those who are celebrating their birthday on the 9th of August. We celebrate you. We love you.
Have a blast.
Praise Mark Polo. We out.
Have a lovely day.